The dust curled around the ranch gate as if warning every soul to turn back, yet the rancher kept staring at the place everyone feared, and the reason he would not look away was about to shake the whole valley. The sun rose slow over the wide stretch of land, casting long rails of gold over the silent barns, and the rancher stepped forward with a look in his eyes that made the horses restless, for they felt something moving in the unseen corners of the pasture. He walked past the fence boards worn by time and storms, and he kept his gaze fixed on a distant patch where the earth looked darker than the rest, as if hiding a story older than any living memory. The ranch hands whispered behind him, wondering why he always returned to that same quiet spot before dawn and why he never allowed anyone else to follow. They feared the tales told by old wanderers who swore that the land there breathed and shifted at night, shaping itself in ways no person could understand. But the rancher felt a pull like a hand gripping his chest, urging him toward the deep place where shadows gathered. Each step stirred the grass and the hidden insects murmured warnings, yet he pushed forward, drawn by something he refused to name even to himself. His boots met the darker soil, and again he paused, letting the wind brush past his cheeks, filled with a strange scent of iron and old rain, though no storm had passed in weeks. He knelt, pressing his palm to the ground, feeling an odd warmth rising, as if the earth beneath had a heart still beating, and this unsettled him more than he would admit. The valley grew still, as though holding its breath, and the rancher whispered a soundless vow to uncover whatever waited under the shifting layers of the land. The ranch hands watched from afar, unease crawling through them, for they had seen the rancher dig there before, hands shaking as he uncovered pieces of wood, scraps of cloth, and once a glint that vanished the moment he blinked. Today he carried no tools, only the certainty that something had changed overnight, something calling him to finish what he had begun. He pushed his hands into the soil and pulled away handfuls of earth, revealing a faint trace of old boards arranged in a long broken line, as though marking an entrance to a forgotten place. The soil trembled, not with the weight of his movement but with a subtle pulse that felt alive and ancient, and he felt a surge of fear yet refused to retreat. Behind him the ranch hands finally approached, shouting to stop, but he ignored them, consumed by whatever truth hid below. He pulled harder, tearing away the packed soil, until a small chamber opened, revealing a hollow space filled with a warm glow unlike any lantern light. The ranch hands begged him to turn back, but he leaned closer, eyes wide, drawn to the glow that seemed to shape itself into faint human outlines swirling like smoke. A whisper rushed through the chamber, speaking without words, and the rancher felt a memory rise, a memory he did not own, something older, deeper, heavier. He reached toward the light, and the glow surged, wrapping around his hand and pulling him closer until his whole body leaned dangerously over the edge. The ranch hands grabbed his shoulders, trying to pull him back, but the ground shook violently and the glow flared brighter than the sun. A wave of heat and wind burst upward, throwing everyone back and sending dust rolling across the ranch like a storm of fireless lightning. The rancher rose slowly, stunned but unhurt, as the glow receded, leaving the chamber dark, silent, and empty except for a lingering warmth. The ranch hands stared in disbelief, enraged that he kept returning to the cursed place, risking the safety of all and ignoring every warning. Yet he stood tall, eyes fierce, filled with a certainty that shook them, for he now knew the land had a secret tied to him in ways no one yet understood. He turned back to the chamber, whispering that he would return again and again until the truth revealed itself fully, for the land had spoken to him and he could no longer pretend otherwise. The valley wind stirred, lifting dust and grass, and somewhere beneath the surface the faint pulse continued, waiting for the next dawn when the rancher would come again, drawn by a bond neither living nor dead could break.